Hello everybody, I am chargebladeygo, and it's 2020, new year, and a bunch of new players gonna come into the game, and players that are returning are also gonna come into the game. And I'm gonna help you guys out by doing that. So this video is for people who are returning into the game or just getting into it. So before we begin, I want to state you have to check the ban list on the Konami site, which there's going to be a new ban list in a couple of days or so whenever Konami decides to release it. It may even be today. And it's January 16th. So this will probably not apply to you guys if there was a new ban list out already or it's later on in the year or whatever. So make sure you check up on that. Also, we are on Master Rule 4, and April 1st, we are going to go into Master Rule 4 Revision, or Master Rule 5, as some players call it. So it's best to study up on that before you start getting cards and whatnot. And with that being said, let us begin. First off, you're gonna need, well, the cards, of course, and sleeves. It's really good to have sleeves. Everybody, pretty much, well, almost everybody, uses sleeves just to protect your cards and helps with shuffling, of course. Now, if you want some deck ideas, if you are a returning player and want to spend those big bills, some good ideas I have for you guys are Cyber Dragons and Heroes. Not elemental heroes, just heroes. And for you newer players who really don't want to spend that much money, I would recommend building Crusadia, and I would also recommend trying out Rogue Summon Grades to help you guys start off. The best method of buying cards is mostly by buying singles, either at your local card shop or online, like Troll and Toad or TCG Player. I use TCG Player for the most part. I used to use Amazon, but TCG Player is much better because it directly has everything you need. Also, you might want to keep your entire tech protected as well in this deck box, so it's easy to carry around, so you're not holding like a bunch of cards in your hand. Any deck box what you find, I believe this is like an Eclipse box. I have a variety of other boxes. Ultimate God boxes, I think they are the better ones, the best ones. I'm not too sure. That's just my opinion. On that note, you may want to get yourself a playmat. Well, yeah, you should probably. This is a custom-made playmat, not an actual Yu-Gi-Oh one. It's custom-made. I got it at Ink Gaming. If you go to your local store, they will have mats. Well, they should have mats, and as well as a map tube to keep your mats in. Those normally run for $20, I believe. Like the cheapest mats a store would have would be like $20. I know Walmart have some mats, but they're Pokemon, and I'm pretty sure you will want to get a Yu-Gi-Oh mat and not a Pokemon mat. If you're not getting one that's custom made that is. And you may also want to get yourself a trade binder to hold your cards with. To hold all those cards that you would like to trade and such for. And also when it comes to trading, people aren't going to do rarity for rarity or card for card. They're going to do it by the prices. So when you're trading a card, if you don't know how much that card is, like if it's $10, $15, whatever, make sure you check online for it. And make sure it's the right reprint because cards get reprinted and some reprinted cards are more pricier than others, so to say. So keep that in mind. You may want to get yourself a piece of paper like a notepad. I can get these for free at my locals. Or calculator or something to keep track of your life points. Now at the YCS and regionals, they would prefer it if you use pen and paper or pencil and paper or pen, so nobody can erase it. But that is a good way well, that's how you're gonna keep track of your life points without using your brain. Also, you may want to get a die for counters and to roll to see who gets to go first and whatnot. Book bag. Book bag or some sort of sports bag. That will be very helpful to carry your Yu-Gi-Oh stuff in it, to carry around with you so you're not carrying a bunch of stuff in your hands. It's much simpler and easier to do it with a book bag or like a sports bag. In my opinion, you should just go for a regular book bag because it's probably easier to carry around with you. A lot of players tend to use book bags, but you can use a sports bag if you want to. It's clearly up to you. Alright, well that's it for the material things, and I'm sure you already have checked the rules to see what the new rules are and such, like I told you to by looking stuff all the information, master rules and such up. So we are going to get into locals and the YCSs. Now the cost price for locals is $10. You get 2 packs. And the YCSs and regionals, you pay $20 to get in. And you get 5 packs, I believe. Oh, what's it for? 5 or 4? I don't remember off the top of my head. And if you're going to enter in anything higher than the locals, you are going to need to go to the Konami site, and you are going to want to type in Konami Decklist, because when you do that, you have to go get the decklist. You have to print it out, and then there's like a special receipt. I'll show you to you guys actually right now. Hold on. Okay, so right here, as you can see, this is the Konami decklist that you have to fill out. This is one of the things you have to fill out. You have to put in your name, your date, your Konami ID, which you can get at your locals, and the YCS original should be able to give you a player ID as well. The event, you don't use that. The judges use that. Your last initials and how many cards you run in your main deck. You write down all your monster cards, spell cards, and traps. You put the total at the bottom here. And then all the cards you're running on your side deck, 15 total. And extra deck, 15 total. 15 total, I mean. And this is only for judge use. Do not use the color red at all. If you're going to download it and try to edit it out and such, or write on it without using any programs or whatever, do not use the color red. The color red is for the judges. If you use the color red, they're going to ask you to rewrite the whole entire thing. Right here is the registration form that you're going to need to fill out. Don't worry, you don't have to fill out each and every one of them. They're just there in multiples, so you can have them. Just like cut it off. But anyways, you're going to have to put in all this information, the Cosby ID. You can use your Konami ID on that. Or if you're still not sure, you can ask the person at the regionals or YCS, put in your date in both and blah blah blah, and select which one, if it's a regional qualifier or if it's a YCS one. Also, you can even like type it on here, as you can see, like I'm doing right now. Okay. So those are some of the things. Well, those are the things that you need to do if you're going to go into a YCS or a regional. Now then, I'm going to tell you this. When you go into YCS and regional, even at locals, you have to watch your stuff. People can steal it. They're the less likely to at locals, but at regional YCS, they are more likely to. What I like to do is I like to put my backpack between my legs and kind of hook my knees around the arms, around the things that you put your arms through. So it's hard for people to take it. And since it's hard for them to take it, as soon as they try to do a little nudge, you're gonna know right away that somebody's trying to take it. So you have to watch your stuff. Don't act paranoid and such about it. Just keep an eye on it. Watch your stuff carefully, and don't have a paranoid face or act paranoid. That's not good for you in general. So, some other things to point out is that there, in case you ever notice it, but well, you probably read it at this point or going to read it one of the first things, but you have to take a shower. Like if you stink and if you have nothing to make yourself smell better, they will disqualify you. Also with the new time rules, it is 45 minutes for a match. When time gets called, the duel ends on whatever phase you're on. Like if you're on the main phase, and if you go to battle phase, that's the end of the duel and such. So there is that. And whoever has the most life points wins. And if there is a tie in it, it goes and if there's a tie in life points, then it's a draw basically. It's just a draw. So, with that being said, I hope this was helpful to you guys at the very least. If you liked the video, hit the like button, leave a comment down below if you would so please, and hit the subscribe button and notification bell. And I'll see you guys next time.